Hello there. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to see you guys here. Um, Welcome to Let's Talk Stroke. I am your host and stroke survivor, Jerry Wald. So, thank you guys for being here. And let's see, Kevin, Colleen, appreciate it. And also, I started doing this show to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury, and also to provide a platform for survivors. I believe once a week to share their journeys from literally across the world. I am. I also um, wanted to do this show because people have asked me about this, and pretty much uh, the newbie stroke stars regarding neuroplasticity. How the brain heals itself, rewires. After stroke, and I've been. Some people said, "Well, I had my stroke and I heard about neuroplasticity, and someone says, oh no, it within the first 6 months, if you don't do it, you don't heal or rewire. And that's kind of it. Well, guess what? Here to tell you, it's not it. I've been told so many things. And by the way, if at the end of the show, if you do find something out of the show that you get, please share it. And also, if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, Let's Talk Stroke, my channel, hit the like button. And again, hit the notification button and subscribe. But anyway, I just want to give you some things that I know. I've been through this and been with a lot of neuro physical therapists uh, and occupational therapists. Anyway, a simple definition of neuroplasticity is it's the brain's ability to, well, let's see, put it like reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Um, what really it means, it's when the one part of your brain is damaged, another part can most likely take over the job. Let's see, you compare it to if you're in a traffic jam. It's like rerouting traffic after a roadblock. So I don't know if you get that, but let's see. Jocelyn, good morning. Good morning. Doug, good morning. Good morning. If I haven't said good morning, I apologize. Oh, by the way, I had a stroke, and sometimes I forget. But anyway, this show is about neuroplasticity, and I done my research, and I know, some people say, oh, stroke shows recovery doesn't um, it doesn't stop. After, if you don't get your things back after 6 months, well, guess what? Wrong. Progress happens at any stage. It gives us hope, which and that you're not stuck where you are. So it really does make a difference. And encourage persistence, repetition, and practice does matter. There's so many things about that. You really, and so how neuroplasticity, that's a big word, works in real life for us. So repetition and practice. The more you repeat a movement or a skill, the stronger the brain pathway becomes. And 15 years out, I'm starting to see more stuff that I was not able to see, back when I was told I plateaued. But so that's wrong. So I wish I knew that when I was kind of in the first stages of my stroke, because I didn't know anything. I don't know how many people do know neuroplasticity. Well, wow, what's that? So if you, like I said, the more you repeat a movement or skill, the stronger the pathway becomes. And believe me, that is true. I don't know how many people out here, after how many years, do you see any improvement? So some people just get stuck and think, well, that's it. So it is really, really true. Use it or lose it, man. That's so, so if a skill is, or a therapy that is not practiced, the brain can weaken that pathway. So you've got to keep doing what you're doing. And I see a lot of people out there posting videos, and 5, 6 years later, and they're still doing it. You know, I can see it. I don't know if you could see their improvement. And you know what? Small wins add up. And I think I've said this for 100 years. Wow, okay, 15 years, for a long time. So even tiny improvements signal that the brain is adapting. So therapies do boost neuroplasticity. So that's it's very true. All these things about neuroplasticity. I've been told that many times. Um, Good morning. Let's see. I take as a supplement. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. If I miss you, I'm Wayne. Wayne. Good morning, and thank you, and have a good um, therapy, OT. So keep at it. That stuff it does help. Well, it does if you stick to it. So Kevin, it is slowing down, but it hasn't stopped yet. Yeah, I know, Kevin. I know. And the same thing with me. I've actually slowed down in my therapies, which is so dumb. So and watching these videos that you guys post, it really helps me and boosts me up. So I follow you there, Kevin, but it slowed down. But you know what? Just keep at it. You guys. I know. I'm one to advocate for this. Um, so therapies that boost neuroplasticity, um, physical therapy, it retrains muscles and movement. OT helps relearn daily activities, and that's one thing I kind of gave up on that. But you know what? I know, I got back into it to do daily tasks, getting my arm stronger, and my leg and my foot. It's a lot of things to deal with having a stroke. But anyway, speech therapy that strengthens language pathways. Music and art therapy, which I don't do enough of that, engages multiple brain regions at once. I mean, who knew? And mental exercises. This is good because I started doing this a while ago with some of my grandkids. Mental exercises, which I actually researched that for puzzles, games. I mean, or learning something new. I always was really good at chess. So now I'm playing chess with some of my grandkids. And I tell you, that's really helped with my cognitive, all that. So really, that's one thing I started doing. I didn't really like to do all that just because it was mentally exhausting. Um, Everyday activities that encourage brain healing. Um, for me, walking, I do a lot of that. Walking, stretching, gentle exercises. Stretching, I don't do enough of that. I'm just telling you my stuff. But learning new skills, drawing, playing an instrument. I look right over here, and those are my drums. And I'm starting. Even my wife wants me to put them all together again because I used to, and start playing them. And so me playing an instrument that that's it's not a learning new skill, but it's another skill that I need to more do. And so I don't know what you guys do. Um, or another good one here is, and I talk about this a lot. It kind of gets my brain all discombobulated. Social interaction. Conversation stimulates the brain, but it would have to be maybe with one or two people because I do get confused a lot. And I don't know how you guys feel with that as well. Um, this is a good one too. Mindfulness, meditation, reduces stress, and it supports healing. Um, I don't know how you guys do with that. I'll go back here to Marcy. Nice to see you, Robin. I know don't have my glasses on. Um, it is so, but Kevin, I see you that you post all those when you're walking and stuff. It makes me want to do more, because you're very motivated with that. Oh, by the way, and the food, that's something there too. I love watching you with all your food. And let's see, did I miss anybody? I did. Oh no, Wayne. No. Okay. I'm sorry if I don't know this, Kevin. Well, BDFN. Oh, yeah, BDF. No, BDNF is a supplement. Um, I'll have to Google that or something, just because, or Chat GPT it, because I know. Sorry, I don't. Don't know 100% what that is, and I should probably. I mean, I know there is supplements, but I don't know. And here's another thing too is I'm just going over all the things that I know about um, neuroplasticity, and so a myth: recovery only happens in the first 6 months. Wrong. The truth is, recovery continues for years thanks to neuroplasticity. I mean, it really doesn't stop. If you have to, you still have to work at it, because we just had a big brain injury. So you've got to, you got to stick with it. Let's get this going here. Oh God. Okay. So anyway, so here's another myth. If I can't do it now, I'll never be able to. Here's the truth. The brain is always capable of adapting. It just doesn't stop. And I agree with that Kevin out there. It may slow down, and it does slow down. I don't know. So it doesn't. I don't know. I have to chat GPT, and I use that all the time. But I look at that, and you're right. Probably slows down, but after all these years, you know, I slow down, and maybe that's what it is. So if I can't do it now, I'll never be able to. Wrong, wrong, wrong. The brain is always capable of adapting. I mean, you know, and so that's kind of how I handle that. But so don't give up. You got to stay consistent. Little daily uh, habits matter. You got to stick with it. I mean, so you know, it'd be nice to know is what's one thing that you've relearned or improved since your stroke. Again, it's a big brain injury that we had. Um, so it'd be nice to see what you guys, one thing that you've learned or relearned since your or improved since your stroke. And again, celebrate those milestones, the small ones. Look back, and that's why these videos really, to me, make a big difference, because you look back and say, "Wow, I have improved." You think you're not going to do good or do any better. It does matter. So little daily habits matter. Um, don't give up when you feel like progress is slowing down. You go through those, I know, those cyclical those cyclical anyway moments, and up and down, up and down. So it does make a big difference. So and maybe, and I get a little hesitate on this, just because what I've been told and from some therapists, ask your healthcare team, who you work with, and for neuroplasticity friendly therapies. That's, I think, with the stroke groups out here that, are groups that we all belong to, you know, I find I get more out of that than I love my therapist. I just want to say that, but I'm not going now. But so just you have to remind yourself that the brain is powerful, huge, and capable of change. Um, so please don't lose hope. Keep practicing. So that's one thing. And for those of you that let's see, came in a little late, and that's okay. I'm just, if you pop in here, that's awesome. How does anything? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm just reading some. Oh, Stephen, yes, nice to see you guys here. Yeah. So the hardest thing wall to face is the one we create in our mind. Now, yeah, in our minds. That's the. Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's 100% to me true. Um, and I appreciate the answers to this, Doug. I have more upper movement. It's still stiff, but still no hand movement. You know, I mean, I wish I had the answer. I'm just somebody here that's just doing doing a show, trying to raise awareness so much about what we've all been through, a brain injury. So, but yeah, I mean, so my guess, there's so many things out there. Keep moving it. My biggest thing is when I was, I'm still stroke sorry. When I was struck, I kept seeing all these people, well, keeping their like this and fist closed. I saw that so many times, and I kept saying, "Gosh, I don't want to." And I don't know why I ended up doing this. I don't want to. I always wanted to be straight because I see, it just for some reason, just me, it bothered me. So so that and my biggest thing, I wanted to shake someone's hand because every time when they knew I was a brand new stroke survivor, they tried to shake hands with the my good side, and I said that's not going to work. So I always put up my arm with the affected side and shake their hand. And I know they looked at me, thought I was just kind of a kooky guy, and sometimes my finger would get stuck in their hand, but you know what, I didn't care. So that's something that I worked on all the time. Now I'm just pointing that out, Doug. So that's something I always did. So I was pushing my hand so it would be straight the whole time, always straight, my hand, so I could and pull my thumb down so that when I go in to shake hand, it worked. It's getting better, so I mean, it's something that I work on. Anyway, that's what I just. Oh, I got okay, Kevin. Thank you. I got a couple. I hear the beeps on my computer, but thank you for sending me that. So anyway, that's one of the big things that I worked on, and I just point that out to Doug. Sorry if it's not really the answer, but it's something that I started doing. Not started doing. I started that. I don't know, maybe a couple years after my stroke because I figured everybody's just shake with the other hand, my good side. But no, I knew what I wanted to do. So so that's what I worked on 100% for that. Well, let's see here. Who posts walking videos? If you go through my YouTube channel, Let's Talk Stroke. Oh, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, just why not? Let's Talk Stroke. Just hit the notification, then when I go live and all that kind of stuff. But subscribe. Anyway, and a lot of people do. I have posted a lot of videos of me walking. Okay, some of my grandkids who didn't know me before the stroke, Papa, why do you walk like a penguin? It's kind of funny. But anyway, I've done quite a bit of those. So if you can go through that, and they're little short little videos. But anyway, that's I saw the question there, and I thought I'd answer. But let me go back to the beginning here real quick. This show is all about neuroplasticity and how the brain can heal after years and years and years. I anyway, this simple definition for neuroplasticity, and trust me, I'm no one but just a guy that had a stroke. So I don't know the technical, but anyway, here I do know that the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Let me see if I can explain that a little better. When a part of the brain is damaged, another part can sometimes take over its job. I mean, to me, that's a great answer there. So it's comparing to yourself. If you're in a traffic jam, I think I said that earlier, rerouting the traffic. Wait, rerouting traffic after a roadblock. Right? I mean, that to me is perfect. I think perfect definition there for me. And it works for me, and I hope it works for you too. Let me sip my coffee here. I shake, and because it's heavy. Anyway, why is it important for stroke survivors to know neuroplasticity? And I'll tell you, stroke recovery does not stop after 6 months. I know some people have heard that, oh, if you don't get it all back in 6 months, well, you're kind of screwed. It's not. You're not. Progress happens at any stage, and I like what you said there, Kevin. If you're still around here, um, it slows for me. It slows down because I slow down. Um, so I slow down. In the beginning, I was gung ho. I mean, I was going 100 miles an hour. But how long can it last to do that at 100 miles an hour? So it slows down, but if you can stick with it, I was told if you can do your if you can do at least 3 times a day, at least, if you're doing the same exercise, whatever, different ones, but 3 times a day, you're gonna make new neural connections. You're gonna make new pathways, and I do like the fact that it is, if it's your one part is damaged, the other part of your brain takes over the job. I mean, that's really kind of what it is. So you know, I don't know um, if that helps you at all. Da, 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 da. Um, I think I want, yeah. Hey, Stephen, I know the feeling like a drunk. I know, a drunk duck. I know. It's no big deal. I mean, you know what? Hey, you're walking, right? I mean, that's what it's all about. You're walking. I know. Um, I'm in a hard time motivating myself. You know, I know, and I know because I just read your message, Stephen, about a little motivation is a tough to deal with. Um, thank you, Roses. I appreciate it. Um, and if you get no notification, oh, and just to tell you, is it a week from today? A week from today is the second, I think, or I think this October 2nd. You can't miss it. You've got to tell your friends, everybody. If you if you do not know Dr. Karen Sullivan, she's a neuropsychologist. Um, she's going to be on the show, and I mean, if you haven't seen her, she's a neuropsychologist and a stud. So she'll be on the show sharing her experience and what I've had her on years ago, but this is I think I was back there. Back then I was um, didn't know much, but now I've gained some knowledge, and she's awesome. Dr. Karen Sullivan, I care for your brain. That's uh, look her up, and you'll be very, very excited to see what and I'll try not to mess it up, but she's awesome with that. So again, progress happen. I'm October this next month, October 19th, 15-year stroke survivor. Well, me. So anyway, that's it's going to be awesome. Well, not for me to have Karen Sullivan on. So anyway, forget the myth um, that 6 months. I don't know how many people have been told. I'm raising my hand. How many people have been told that if you don't get back within the first 6 months, you're kind of SOL? That's not true. No way. I've seen it. I've seen the stuff. Um, you know, So you gotta give. I always tell. No, I don't. But I always tell. Listen to myself saying, you know what? You've got to give survivors, brain injury survivors, some hope that you're not stuck. This is it. You're stuck where you are. That's not it. I can't even repeat myself enough about that. You've got to encourage persistency, repetition, and practice matters. You've got to know that. You know, anybody have any? Um, I'm raising my hand again. Any other? Um, I'm any questions? I was gonna try to say, um, Kevin, you have therapy today, and I'm in traffic. Oh, you're going out. Oh, okay. that day. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, these shows are all live, and they don't go away. So it's all this show is always on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch. If people watch Twitch, some people have reached out to me about Twitch, and you know, hard not many, but anyway, that's just. But so it's streaming on these all the time. So anyway, that's. Um, okay, so I'm going to bring up a comment in here. So Mr. Albright, every time I go to therapy, there's a dentist place called Albright Dentist. I always think of, hey, Stephen. But you were told 1 year, the 6 month was mentioned for the most improvement. you know, I don't believe it. I mean, I was told that too. Um, well, they said if you what they say, if you haven't got it back by within 6 months, a year in the beginning stages, you know, no, that's going to be it. That's wrong. I'm 100%. I don't want to say right about it, but I want to say that is so not true. Um, let's see, what was the and what is it? The other was um, how neuroplasticity works in real life. I don't want to say real life, but repetition and practice. The more you repeat a movement, or a skill, the stronger the brain pathway becomes. So that's why I'm just talking about me again here. I don't know why, but since I've been doing this show, I've I've gained more. How do you say that? Obviously not, but my aphasia has gotten better and better. You know, just like repeat a movement. Um, I need to learn just really to talk slower. So that's one thing I need to work on. And again, you use it or lose it. To me, 100% true. If a skill or some kind of therapy that is not practiced, your brain actually, with a lot of um, anyway, the brain can weaken that pathway. So whatever you're doing, you got to keep doing. Who knew this is going to be a lifelong um, journey? But if you just want to stay in if you feel that hey, I'm going to stick like where I am now, that's, everybody's got their own way. But you, small wins add up, even tiny ones, tiny little improvements. It does signal that the brain is adapting. So keep doing it. I'll at least start. I don't know if anybody else has a different um, therapies that boost. Do you have a therapy that boosts neuroplasticity? I mean, really, what does that mean? Well, it means like physical therapy. It retains, retrains the muscles and movement. Um, emptying the dishwasher or putting the dishes in the dishwasher. That's occupational therapy. It helps relearn daily tasks. I mean, who knew I do that all the time? I actually like that. And I've just mentioned speech therapy strengthens language pathways. So I kind of gone over that. That it does help if you talk like me. I mean, it helps. So let's see. Uh, Thank you guys for doing this. You have therapy that day. Okay, but Kevin, yeah. And if you have any questions, and if anybody has any questions that you want to ask for Dr. Karen Sullivan as a neural psychologist, put them in the chat or just send me a message if you can't be here. Let's she would be more than happy to answer those questions. She's somebody that, I mean, if you know what a neuropsychologist is, um, she is amazing. So anyway, please ask questions of that, because she's the one that um, will have the answer. So after, hi Stephen, I just said that. After 3 years, I was walking around 350 feet. Walking after 6 years, me 20. I see. Okay. See, I thank you, Stephen, for putting that in there, because I mean, you're just showing that after how many years you had your stroke, um, it shows that things do get better. you know, like I know, Kevin, you said, and I just love bringing it up. It it's it got slower, but I mean, when I look at your videos or when you post all those where you the walks, I'm exhausted. Look at how far you walk. That's freaking awesome. I mean, I mean, I you you guys be proud of what you've accomplished. Um, I you got to keep going. Like I said, um, this is a lifelong journey. Who knew that we're going to be, shuffle around on this journey this long? But did you know what a stroke was? I didn't. And so for me to have a stroke, you know, at my age, I thought I was young, but I was, well, then I was 49. But you've obviously, if you saw the last show, um, well, the 2 shows ago, she was 2 years, 10 months and had a stroke. There's no discrimination, right? I mean, no discrimination with our journey. Our stroke just shows you um, how things change. I mean, there's no way that we can go through all this, and but that's why, with all of our support, any questions, feel free to reach out. I mean, because it's a it's a lifelong journey, and if you don't know the answer, or if I don't know the answer, it's throw it in the comments. Ask a question, and if you don't, I can find out the answer, because all I want to do is help survivors out and caregivers. If you have questions, or you just want to talk to somebody, it's something that's Nolan. It's something that we all want to help, because if I don't know the answer, I'd love to find the answer. But yeah, so thank you, Nolan, for being here too. I appreciate everybody being here. It helps me out too. So because with all some of those comments that you have there, it's you know, but okay. Here's one is which I went over. I just want to say it one more time, is everyday activities that encourage brain healing. Does anybody? Oh, first of all, walking, stretching, and little exercises. Sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. Trust me, I've been there, done that. Um, it doesn't help. So just stick to your movements. Keep walking, stretching. Stretching. Do I do that? No, but I know I need to. But anyway, learning new skills. Um, is there a skill that you want to learn? You know, conversations, social interaction with some people, not some, with other people. It does stimulate the brain, and it does help with brain healing. Um, Meditation, um, mindfulness. That does reduce stress, and it supports healing. So, and if anybody came in late on this, I just want to go one last time is I have two myths and two truths. Um, Here's what I wanted to say. Um, is the myth: recovery only happens in the first 6 months. God, how many time people told me that. This is the truth. Recovery it continues for years thanks to this topic, neuroplasticity. A myth. If I can't do it now, I'll never be able to. Truth. The brain is always capable of adapting. Neuroplasticity. I'm so glad that someone reached out. Regarding this topic, because it is so important. Because people think that's it. I'm kind of done. I mean, say louder for those in the back. I love it. Absolutely, Nolan. Stephen, was that the? Let me see. Was that the myth and truths? The myth. Recovery only happens in the first 6 months. No. The truth is recovery continues for years thanks to my topic, neuroplasticity. The last one, myth. If I can't do it now, I'll never be able to. Has anybody told you that? That's wrong. The truth is your brain is always capable, always adapting. So that's I don't know if you heard that in the back, Stephen. But anyway, that's what yes, I agree. Lenora. So yeah, there's if you go back to the beginning, I kind of went over what is it? The definition of neuroplasticity, what it means, um, and so I'll do it one more time. Just this, if like a simple definition of neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself. I don't know why I went like that. Reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Why? When one part of the brain is damaged, another part usually takes over its job. So it's like rerouting traffic. I said that a couple of times. It's like rerouting traffic after a roadblock. Um, I don't know if that helps in the beginning there. So that's kind of like so. But yeah, that's kind of it. And I appreciate that, Nolan. I appreciate everybody's comment in here. Thank you. I know you probably hear my seat. What do you call it? Squeaking. I know it's about time for the chair. Anyway, if there's any other questions or comments, I appreciate it. And again, feel free to reach out to me. Reach out to me if you want to be a guest on my show. Let me know. I probably bombard myself to Lindora, um, to Lindora and Nolan. Just feel free to reach out if you want to be a guest on my show. Send me a message. Also, on the 2nd, I think I've mentioned it. Sorry. I thank you for these neuroplasticity exercises. There's several sites. Yeah. Also, or you know what? Get on if anybody's on ChatGPT. That's what I do, and I find some pretty darn cool stuff out there. Yeah, I'm not Nolan. Yes, you only stop. You're right. So you got. I still can compete. Is here is my therapist saying if you don't do it at least 3 times a day, it's I don't know what she said after that, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be a great outcome. So that's what. So yeah, so that's kind of it there. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I missed that. I'm sorry. Colleen, I just want to bring it up. I've been able to saddle myself and ride my horse again, even when they said I couldn't. Don't you? Don't you? I know I ain't gonna say anything, but yeah, good for you, Colleen. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's awesome. So anyway, feel free to share this if you have anybody wants to know and kind of myths or truths about neuroplasticity. Um, I've learned a lot from it. So anyway, again, I do appreciate every one of you that are here, and it really makes a difference for the comments and questions. Please feel free to do that. And you know, again, go to YouTube if you haven't subscribed. Go to YouTube, hit the like button. Let's Talk Throat, and we'll go from there. But anyway, on the 2nd of October, um, tell everybody Dr. Karen Sullivan will be a guest on my show, and it'll be great. And anybody else wants to be on the show, that'll be great too. So please feel free to reach out to me. And again, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, and I look forward to seeing you when I see you. So you guys take care, and you guys are awesome. I love the commitment to come back out here and do my shows, you know, for you that are new and ones that are how dumb, the old ones, the no, the ones that are, you know, continuing to be here, and the ones that are new. So see you guys later, and yes, Kevin, see you later, and we'll chat. And again, if you have any questions for Dr. Sullivan, put them in the chat or just send me a message if you can't be here. So take care, and we'll chat